This is my audience. They are people from my softball team. When you hear the word suicide, what goes through your mind? Is it the fear of losing someone you love, or do you see it as a way to escape the terrors you experience? Hi, my name is Jalee Connor, and I will be talking about how to prevent suicide. I will begin with a story about a 15-year-old who committed suicide. Thursday, October 2nd, 2014 was the worst day of my life. I was sitting in class and I received a text message from my aunt saying, "Can you please pick up your cousins from school and all of you come to Nunu's house?" I then started to wonder what was going on. I started hearing people talk about a girl from Oak Hills that committed suicide, and they were mentioning my cousin's name. I didn't believe anything when I was hearing it because I was with her on Wednesday, October 1st. I got out of school at 2:36 and went to St. Dominic, which is where my cousins go to school. I picked up my cousins, arrived to my grandma's house at 3:21 p.m. on Thursday, October 2nd, 2014, and that is when I received the worst news of my life. Standing in the house was my whole family, but there was one person missing, and that was my cousin. What I was hearing at school about her committing suicide was true. There was no sign of suicide and there was no note left, but there was one thing that I believe could have led her to suicide, and that was her father not being here. In 2006, her father, my uncle, passed away from suicide. October 7th, 2014, I had to attend the visitation of my best friend and cousin. At the age of 17, I didn't feel that I should be having to stand at the casket of my 15-year-old cousin. Standing there with my cousins, who I did everything with, we stood there together, looking at how beautiful she was. We shared memories and shed tears together. We looked at pictures and realized how stupid and goofy we all were, and we also had a couple laughs with each other while looking through pictures. October 8th, 2014 was the day I said my one last goodbye to my cousin. That was the day of the funeral service. We gathered together one last time. My aunt read a poem, and following the poem, Emily, Eric, Olivia, and I, who are my cousins, all gathered together in front of her casket, held hands, and sang two beautiful songs. When I Get Where I'm Going by Brad Paisley, and following that song we continued to hold hands and began singing You Raise Me Up by Josh Groban. We stayed standing after singing, and people started coming up and giving us hugs as they were crying. Some people said, "I don't know how you did that without shedding a tear." It was definitely one of the hardest things I have done, was standing there singing, but I knew that is what she loved, is when we all stood there and sang together. My cousin, Eric, Emily, Olivia, and I have all been extremely close to each other since the day we started swimming together, which was back when we were all in the 8 and under age group. We all did everything together. We walked to school or rode our bikes to school every day, sat with each other at lunch, and spent the night at each other's houses, even on school nights. You name it, we were more than likely all together. We then proceeded to the burial ceremony, and after the ceremony was over, we were getting ready to leave, and a butterfly landed on her casket. We believe that was a sign from her, letting us know that she is fine and having fun with her father watching over us. No matter how much something is bothering you, always ask for help or talk to someone. Life is too short, and don't let something that can be worked out lead you to taking your life. There are so many different resources out there that you can get help from. That is their job to help you. They won't just put you off and not help you if you are having suicidal thoughts or even suffering from depression. My family participates in the annual suicide walk, and all over the walk there are posters. Each poster has a different way that you can receive help. The first step to getting help is telling someone. Telling someone you trust that will help you. But if you tell anyone and they don't know what to do, that person will tell another person, and between them, they will find help for you. You can also Google ways on your end to get help and even read articles if you are scared to tell someone. When I was researching, I came across a very good point. Someone who is struggling might not want help, but sometimes you can tell if something is not going right for them. There are signs that people show when they are depressed and about to commit suicide. A few hints people may give are giving you something and telling you they will never need it back, or also wanting to be on their own constantly, always saying, I don't want anyone around. People who commit suicide don't want to die. They just want to stop hurting. If you can tell warning signs from another person, take them seriously. If they tell you what is going on and tell you not to tell anyone, tell someone. They might be mad at you for telling someone, but in the long run, you're going to save that person's life. If you personally are struggling, I encourage you to tell someone. It could save your life. The World Health Organization estimates that approximately 1 million people die from suicide a year. Don't be one of those people. Call the suicide hotline. The suicide hotline number is 1-800-273-8255. Your life matters.
Yay! Oh, God.